Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And Leo, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for April 27th to May the 3rd. This week we've got the Mirror Oracle card. We have Radha behind that. We've got the King of Swords, beautiful Empress energy, Nine of Swords, Two of Cups, Three of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. So really feeling what is a cycle that's ready to complete, a cycle of letting go the things that are just not giving you back what you desire. You know, I really see that, you've obviously put a lot of energy into a situation, but I really feel that you're reassessing now. You're going through a period of reassessing in your life. And I feel that if you are, if this is to do with relationships or partnerships for you, that absolutely that is on its way to you. But there seems to be some kind of reassessment that needs to go on first. So I'm just going to start with the Oracle cards here. We have the beautiful goddess of Radha here. Now, Radha is the goddess of passionate love and longing. And I'm just going to read the first line of this, which says, "Are you in love? You may very well be soon." Radha is the goddess of euphoric bliss and excuse me. Oh my gosh. Radha is the goddess of euphoric bliss and deep surrender when you gaze into the eyes of your lover. And a reading with the Empress and the Two of Cups, guys. I think that there is love on its way to you, or if you're already partnered, maybe a deepening of that connection. And now we also have this one mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So I'm going to read that one out. The filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time, through our own projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to look closely at the experiences of people currently triggering you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you? Or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? Yeah, well, I feel like that links to the Nine of Swords here, guys. Some of you might have been in an experience where, you're being triggered and having something mirrored back to you. And that might be that sense of awakening to the fact that an area of your life that you have invested a lot of, time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears is actually just, not fulfilling for you. It's really just not going to go anywhere. The Seven of Pentacles shows somebody who's put in the work and has a certain amount of earthly success to show for it, but it's not it, it's not it. So it's like, okay, maybe you've got financial resources, but what you really want is emotional fulfillment and love. What you really want is cups energy. Or it could have been in relationships, where you invested time and energy and you felt like you were the one that was giving more than the other person. It shows a sense of disappointment and apathy with the return on investment that you've gotten for the time and energy that you've put into a situation. And I think that's caused you a certain amount of stress. The Nine of Swords does show somebody who feels like things are stacked up against them. They've had enough of this cycle. They're at a 9, they're almost at a 10. It's almost time for this to complete. So I feel like some of you may, be on the threshold of exiting a situation that has been unfulfilling. It could be in work, it could be in relationships, guys. Obviously, it's a general reading, but what I do see coming in here is more on the romance front. So I think you're really turning your back on the things that just haven't delivered, the expectations that were unfulfilled. Perfect segue here with the King of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah. So the King of Swords is that insight, that clarity, that awakening to, seeing that situation for what it is and maybe making the decision to turn your back on it and move away. The King of Swords, he's got that eagle-eye view. He's sitting on that cliff top, and from there he can kind of see the full picture, the big picture. He's got the hindsight. He can connect the dots. And I feel like you might be going through a bit of a life review, a bit of a reevaluation, where you're connecting the dots and really making sure that you close past doors that no longer need to be open, because that's going to be the key for drawing in this new energy we see here. So the King of Swords is also, to do with truth and communication. So there could have been some truth that came to light that somehow, made you stop putting the work in and reassess, reevaluate the value in the situation. And I think that, this is the week that you turn your back on it, whatever that situation is, and you are really ready to look forward into a whole new direction. Now, the Three of Wands shows somebody who is not interested in the past situation at the moment, but instead is fixated on the horizon, where these ships, indicating the successes in the future, they may not have come in yet, but they are on the horizon and they're moving towards you. And it's saying that, whatever direction you now put your energy and action, we've got the Ace of Wands here, into, has the ability to basically birth for you, to become abundant. 2 number 3s in this reading. 3 is a number of creations. It's about creating a new direction. So yeah, it's time to turn your back on the things of the past that haven't delivered and put time, energy and enthusiasm and action into a new direction that's going to be more fulfilling for you. And that King of Swords is that clarity and that vision to understand that that's what you may need to do at this time. Near future, 2 of Cups and the Empress. Whatever you dream this week under that energy of the 3 of Wands and the King of Swords has such a strong ability to actually be birthed into the tangible world, to become an actual tangible opportunity. The Empress is fertile and abundant, and she births possibilities into the material realm. She is the biggest card of promise in the tarot, and she's ready to deliver to you. Now, together with the 2 of Cups, it's likely that there could be somebody coming in some kind of partnership way. I mean, Leo, we have you here, the Leo energy. You could be meeting maybe even a water sign here, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But, with that 2 of Cups, it could also, I'm really feeling in the romance realm, but it could also be, the perfect business or creative collaboration, partnership, something like that. This could also say that you might be meeting somebody who possibly could be the father of your children, or there could be children involved, because the Empress definitely has a strong sense of fertility about her. So there is definitely love on the way, I feel. I don't feel like it's self-love. I definitely think it's partnered love or commitment, or if it's a business reading for you, you think somebody who you have that perfect creative chemistry with. But the Empress is just such a beautiful card because she is just so ready to deliver. I mean, if the 7 of Pentacles is about not getting what you desire in a situation, the Empress is an energy that wants to give it all to you, Leo. Okay, I'm just going to close out by pulling a couple of keywords from this little deck here. That one. Initiative, yeah, okay. Spontaneity. Yeah, look, I think, you will need to use your initiative. I think the King of Swords is really a card of initiative. It's about, taking the initiative to, see the situation clearly and then make, strategic, logical decisions to move forward in a direction that is going to be more fulfilling for you. And spontaneity, don't feel afraid this week to be spontaneous, to go with the intuition. If there is communication that needs to happen, or with somebody in the situation, to be spontaneous, maybe in delivering that, and maybe not being too premeditated. Sometimes it's good if we just seize the moment and go in and get things done. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for every Leo. Feel free to leave me a comment because I always love to know how it's playing out in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.